Even more live shows with Adam Carolla at the end of this month in Bellflower, California. 2 shows at the Stand-Up Comedy Club on May 24th. Then on May 30th, he travels up to Washington for 4 shows at the Tacoma Comedy Club in Tacoma. May 30th and 31st. Then off to Spokane, Washington at the Spokane Comedy Club on June 1st. Tickets for these and more at adamcarolla.com. He doesn't care about the executive order on drug prices because he never gets sick. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get on. The church is going to get it on. Dustin Ybarra is back in studio.
Yeah, buddy.
Always good to see Dustin. I discovered him when we were doing stand-up for Kennedy Jr.
Yeah. He
big
went on
event.
to do big things, huh?
Yeah.
The Kennedy kid?
Yeah, he was doing great.
Yeah.
He is doing great. I love that guy. We were all part of his benefit, and I didn't know Dustin, but the buzz backstage, you got to look out for this guy.
Yeah,
you know, he's going, and when you do those events, you kind of go like, well, I want to go after that guy, or I want to go after that guy. But if this guy goes up there and he crushes it, then I'm going to have to go up right after that guy. So everyone stood in the wings. I watched young Dustin.
Ooh,
very funny.
I love how you said discovered too. That makes me picture you with a cigar. Like,
yeah.
Who is this kid?
Welcome to Hollywood, son.
I gotta get him on the show. Who is he?
He was sitting at the counter at the Brown Derby, you see? Schwab's, I think he was.
Yeah.
Drinking a knee-high. I came in, I said, hey, kid, you got it. And I know it. I've been in this business for 41 years.
Dude, I remember that show, too. It was like, I didn't even know, like, what it was supposed to be, like, where it was at or anything. So I show up, and I thought, oh, this would be like at a comedy club, you know? And then there's, like, 1,000+ people there, man, in this giant theater. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I should take this very seriously now.
Those shows, whenever you book one of those shows, your mind is always the same, like the mind of the comedian. You go, what is this for? It's a comedy benefit for Robert Kennedy Jr., and you go, oh, okay. And there's going to be a lot of luminaries there and everything. Mm. And you go, okay, all right. I'm going to work on some jokes, some vaccine jokes. I'm going to work on some Kennedy jokes or something. Yeah. That's like six weeks out. At some point, you're just driving to the venue going, I'm just going to do my shit, right? Like, I'm not doing any fucking anything. You get real specific. The further away you are, that's how specific you get. You go, I'm going to do about 20 minutes of fresh stuff on vaccines and Kennedys and all that. Maybe I got a Chappaquiddick joke I could work in somewhere. And then at some point, you're on the way in and you go, are people swearing? And then you go, yeah, people are swearing. And are they just doing their stuff? I got a thing on McDonald's, but it's not really to do with him. Yeah. And then, everyone's just doing their, and then you go, oh, fuck it. And it all goes out the window. All the ambition of all the new crafted jokes, tailor-made for him and this crowd, all gone.
You ever do a joke and then it's like a newer one and it tanks and then immediately you're like, oh, fuck that new shit. And then you go back into the old, like immediately like back into the, hey, McDonald's,
I got a John Wayne Bobbitt got his dick cut off run that I'll go right into the second they don't want to hear any my esoteric
That's
thought.
the old reliable. Yeah,
old reliable.
Bill Hicks said that. Never go astray too far from Dick Joke Island.
This dick joke took place 32 years ago. Like this is not only a dick joke. It happened in like 1991. Yeah. It's that old.
That's how powerful of a dick that guy had. We're still talking about it. It's been years, man.
Well, I don't know where you come down on it, but my thing is like, I'm up front. I go, look, this story's 35 years old. I get it. Doesn't feel like fresh material, but I have an angle. I got a new, fresh angle on it.
It's different. Yeah. Isn't that weird? No one else has gotten their dick chopped off since?
Oh, no, they have.
They have?
Oh, yeah, I'm up on all the dick news.
On the Citizen app, someone got their dick chopped off.
Oh, yeah, it's happened. One lady got creative and put it in the garbage disposal.
Oh.
Breaking news from Mayhem.
That sucks,
Terrible.
Because he got his dick attached.
Another guy in Orange County also cut off a man's dick and tortured him in the desert for $1 million that didn't exist.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He's going to rot in prison. Goodbye.
Yeah. There's dick. Although, I don't think you'd want that guy for a cellmate. Like, what happened?
Oh, yeah, he was my cellmate.
I cut a guy's dick off. Yeah.
No, that's the part that I left out.
What you cut his dick off for?
He was my cellmate. Yeah.
He was snoring. Whoa! I didn't need my CPAP machine, bro. I couldn't get it in here.
A lot of sleepless nights.
But if you do get your dick chopped off, do you just transition into being a woman? Because at that point, you're halfway there, and it's kind of hip right now. You know?
I think there's a certain freedom to having your dick cut off.
Because you could. Because at that point, you're like, all right, whatever. Sex change. How much does a sex change cost? Like probably like $10,000 or something, right?
I got receipts in my glove box. I don't know offhand, but I can run after my car. No. Jay Moore, you know, Jay's a sponsor. Jay's a good dude. Jay said to me earlier when I saw him earlier when we were doing Beat It Out, he goes, I was thinking, last time I saw Jay's married to Jeannie Buss. She owns the Lakers, a part owner of the Lakers. So last time I talked to Jay, he said Lakers in 5. Okay? Ooh. Yeah. Said Lakers in 5. And then when I saw him at the game, that's the game the Lakers won by 20 points. So he was feeling, last time I saw him at the Lakers game, he's feeling pretty good about himself. They just won by 20 points. Lakers in 5. Then I thought to myself, ooh, I'm going to see Jay, and I haven't seen Jay since the Lakers lost, you know, and have been eliminated from the playoffs. And Jay comes bouncing in. And I go, oh, Jay, seems like you're doing pretty good. And he goes, listen, Lakers lost. I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's behind me. I don't have to fucking sit and chew my nails and stare at the TV and have butterflies in my stomach and scream at the refs. It's done. Mm-hmm. It's fine. I feel that way if you took my cock. I just feel like, you're like, where's this going? I'm going, it's a Lakers. They're out. You're out.
Yeah.
You've been eliminated.
You can't, but there's a freedom. Don't think about it anymore.
There's a freedom to it, right?
God, all the freedom, man. No more, you know that thing, the top of the toilet, the lid there?
Yeah.
Sometimes your dick touches it?
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with that anymore. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Exclusively in the shower now.
What about your pee hole where you can just piss right into your face?
No, I think you go.
It goes out that way.
I think you gotta spread it like that.
Sorry, I was thinking logistically.
But there were, like Jay, you want the Lakers to go all the way.
Yeah.
But the sense of relief in Jay's face, I realize that losing sometimes is winning. He can now enjoy the playoffs. He couldn't enjoy the playoffs before. He can now enjoy the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And I feel the same way if you took my dick.
About the dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to enjoy the rest of my life.
So
no dick.
Let's go to CVS Minute Clinic after this. You can get that thing taken care of.
Dr. Drew probably knows somebody. Yeah. So anyway, I had a whole run on. But it's so funny. You realize you're losing the crowd. Your shit's a little esoteric. They're not picking up what you're putting down, and you go right for the cock.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Go right to the dick.
Yes.
Always works. Always works.
It's almost like if you open with that too, it's a little too much. You got to save that for for whenever you feel it. Like, okay, they're kind of going down.
Quick dick joke in your back pocket.
Dick joke. There it is. Boom.
Yeah, it's kind of our sort of white guy version, straight white guy version of ladies going, are we dating? Who's dating out there? Like you can always go to it. It's easy. Yep. It'll work. It'll get a laugh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a dick run?
Oh, I got so many dick jokes. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll have shows where I have to be clean too. I go up at Comedy Magic Club a lot. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, this is charity. You got to be clean. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then, but still in my brain, while I'm on stage and something goes south, I'll go to the dick joke and then I'll be like, oh, that's gone. So then I got to find another joke, and I have a clean joke too that's like a dick joke. It's just right there where it's enough subtlety that I can like get away with it.
You could do it on late night TV.
I can, yeah. That's the thing. The late night TV too is like pretty wild because you got to be completely like squeaky clean, and you can't even say any like I remember I had a McDonald's joke, but you can't say McDonald's, so you got to say nuggets or like I was at this fast food place the other day. I heard there was this one comic who dropped an F-bomb on The Tonight Show, and they aired it, but they bleeped it, but, he, like, never got brought back.
So they don't...
The rules.
Well, I did 2 dry bar specials. So
you were squeaky clean, though, right?
That's squeak. Yeah. I would put the word squeak in front of clean for that. Late night, at least you can talk about making love to your lady or something like having a few beers or like some version of a joke that has to be toned down or modified, but thematically you could do it. Yeah. I think.
But dry bar, you can't even talk about like
the whole John Wayne Bobbitt run.
That didn't happen.
Gone.
That's 20 minutes off the set.
My whole cock sniffing dog theory is how they found his cock. That's out the fucking window. It's all gone.
Yeah.
All gone.
Do you find it harder to write clean?
Oh, yeah. Writing clean is harder. It's like saying it's harder to play football on a football field than it would be just an open field where you could just keep running. You know what I mean? Like there's boundaries, there's rules, like you're contained. You know what I mean? You would never be on fifth down or anything. It's like that stand up is like a football field with no sidelines and fifth down. You just whatever you can get away with.
Boxing with just a jab.
Boxing with
every now and then they're like, oh, you know what? Here's some rules for this game. Like
Yeah. It's more. So here's what I would say about it. I would say that there is a discipline to it, but like within the discipline is freedom. It evokes the freedom. It's like when guys, former, Navy SEALs talk about getting up at 6 a.m. and going into the freezing ocean stuff. You go, that sounds horrible, man. And they go, but that's what freedom is, bro. That's the freedom. You fucking ripping bong loads and eating Jack in the Box. That's not freedom. You think it's freedom. That's the opposite. Like going deep. You know what I mean?
You can do anything now. I can go. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, you get the freedom is the discipline. Like if you can really discipline yourself to do that.
My mind always goes to the dick joke, though, man.
I know, because it's there and it's so easy. And it's
like, that'd be a perfect innuendo.
Undisciplined dick jokes. Mm-hmm. It's epidemic.
Here's a concept that would get me to a dick joke. Like if I was trying this out on
All right. We're listening.
Okay. I hate the fact that all keys work halfway.
Oh, that goes right into a dick
slide
joke.
right in. and like I was here, I got locked out the other day. The door I went out, the door shut, the door latched. I was like, I got this mysterious key bundle in the console of my car, and I went and get it. It had like 11 keys on it. It's like one of them's the key to this place. And the first one I put in just slid right in, just pop. Yep. And I was like, oh, good, I got the key. Turn it. Nothing. And I'm like, fuck. Get the next key. Drops right in. I'm like, okay, here we go. Paid her. Nothing. And I'm like, I was disappointed times 11.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just shouldn't. I don't want the hope. I don't want it to drop in at all.
Yeah.
I want it to try to get in and go, nah, not next game.
You want a different shape, everyone, a different metal shape, like the Legend of Zelda?
And something, it drops in so effortlessly that I'm like, oh, here we go. And it just clunk.
Yeah.
They shouldn't work at all. What I'm saying is it either drops in and works or it doesn't drop in at all.
Yeah, don't give me the hope. But where are you heading with that?
Well, I'll see where you're heading. Well, where I'm hoping is, John Wayne Bobbitt. He dropped right in. No, it's like
you ever break off a key in the lock, and then
it's sort of like when they do the special thing, and the chick goes to you like, oh, well, we have a grouper, and it's flown in and they do a lemon caper butter sauce, and you go, oh, it's on the special? I didn't see it on the menu, but that sounds awesome. Yeah, I'll try that. And then she leaves and she comes back 5 minutes later and go, we're out of the grouper. And you're like, I was there. You brought me there. Then you said no at the end. And
why'd you even give me hope?
Yeah. I feel the key dropping in is like the chick at dinner going, you're going to get the best job you ever had of your life. Best blowjob you've ever had. And at some point, cut to you holding her hair while she's throwing up into the toilet in the hotel room. It's so much promise, so much potential. God, not there, but right back to the dicks.
Yeah, because now I'm picturing the balls are like that part over here that just stops it from going in.
No. What I'm saying is for me, the key shouldn't fit premise. I'd go, I'm going to try this up on stage. And then I would get about 3 minutes in and just be looking at everyone's face going, what's he mean? And then I'd go, how about John Wayne Bobbitt? And then I'd go right to the dick jokes.
Yes.
This would be like an esoteric thought that I couldn't land.
I like the key thought. I like the key thought. It does happen. Yeah.
I sat there times, well, by the time I got to the sixth key, I was dubious. But every fucking time that just dropped right in, I was like,
this is it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
and it just blunk.
I'd like to see the back-to-back-to-back tight shot of that, of your face slowly becoming angrier and angrier, and then resigning yourself to the victimhood of not having the key and just keep going about your day with the flat
Can't throw
face.
away the keys either. I got a whole key ring of
can't-
keys. I
who
don't even
throws
know
away
what's going
keys?
on. Nobody throws
No
away
one
keys,
throws
but I
away
don't know what to
keys.
do with them. They don't fit anything. They just
Hang on to
sit.
them. Put them under your pillow at night.
Yeah, hanging on that key, you hang on to hope.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll find out what this is.
It's like if your kid gets abducted and you never hear back, you know?
But you-
like a
but you
year
keep
later, it's
their-
like they still may be living in the wilderness.
You don't touch their room. You don't
touch-
take down the posters. They'll be back.
Yes. Leave the Elmo bedspread alone.
Oh.
I made him younger. I made him young. You had him in their
But
teens.
yeah, the key though, because you don't want to, like, you know that you'll be at one point in your life, you'll be running from someone with a fucking axe, and then you'll come to a lock, and you're like, oh
That's
shit,
right.
and then that's the key. That was the key that you threw away.
No, my world, the key drops right in, and I go, yeah, and then I turn around, fuck you, and next thing you know, there's an axe.
Jack Nicholson gets through the door.
Now, there's another subject. I'm a very bad speller, and there's a lot of shame attached to my bad spelling.
Yeah.
I have shame. And my spelling is so bad that when I type in stuff, when I try to tweet stuff sometimes, it doesn't even give me a suggestion.
Oh, it's that bad? Where it's like it doesn't even know.
Tilt, you know what I mean? Like, we got nothing. You're so dumb, we can't even see, we don't even know where you're trying to go.
We're
here.
a computer, and we do not know.
Right,
what this
right.
is.
But then there are other ones that are not fair.
Yeah.
Like Twitter is really weird and unfair. So somebody in the shaming spelling department, somebody tweeted best name for a band. And I had to reply, the Swinging Medallions, which is a 60s band, double shot of my baby's love. I always loved the name for a band, the Swinging Medallions.
All right.
And I wrote back Swinging Medallions. And then it was like medallion, question mark. You know what I mean? It was like red underline, like misspelled medallion. So I was like, medallion. M-A-D.
No.
Oh.
M-A-D. No. No. It's like, no. What? No, I don't say I would say
Yeah.
Medallion.
medallion. Modelo. That's M-A, right?
Modelo. Swinging Modelo.
That's our favorite bit. Yeah. So I'm sitting there fucking 20 minutes into trying to do medallion, you know? At a certain point, I figure out the M-E-D part. So I'm like, M-E-D-A, medallion, L-I-O-N, medallion. And it's like, nope.
No.
And I'm like, but no suggestions? There's no, like, did you mean this? I'm like, nope. You're so fucking far off. There's no suggestion. And I'm like, after my 18th attempt, I'm like, run at medallion. I was like, how far off can I be from medallion? It's M-E-D-A-L-I-O-N, medallion. And then at some point I have to do that. All right, now I got to go to Google, and I got to Google in.
You just changed the tweet Rush.
Yeah. Red Hot Chili Pepper. Oh, no, I probably couldn't pull that off.
That's a tough one.
So I go back and I go like 60s band, swinging medallion, and it's like medallion. And I'm like, oh, I was one L off? Like, come on.
Yeah,
X.
you should've given it to you.
give me fucking medallion. I was one L off of medallion. It's not like I screwed the pooch. That I did M-E-D-A-L-I-O-N, medallion. That's how I would say medallion. But either way, all right, I was short an L. You can't spot me an L.
Yeah, come on.
You didn't know where I was going with medallion? Like they just going, no, we're out of suggestions. One letter, by the way, and it was the same letter.
Yeah,
Dude, I
maybe
was one short.
It could be trying to teach you, like a disciplined, like
It's like my
father
stepdad.
figure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen,
Don't give it to
let
him.
him spend the night in prison. He'll learn. You stay in that drunk tank, he'll learn not to drive. Yeah.
It was just tough love. Yeah.
Shameful silence. Yeah, just ashamed of you with the red line.
The other thing I was thinking about is I was watching I love a doc, and I love a doc on a band. Someone should do the Swinging Medallions, but the band was ABBA.
Yeah.
And I just love all the trials and the tribulations of all bands all the time.
Those are great.
They're always great. And ABBA lived in Sweden, and ABBA starts selling out stadiums in Australia and all over the world and everything. They don't really hit in the United States. ABBA's weird in that ABBA in real time never really landed in the United States. Later on, Dancing Queen and all the movies and all the song that's now part of the soundtrack of your life, but that's 30 years on.
Oh, wow.
They didn't have.
But they were already a big deal over there.
Well, they only were around from like 74 to like 81 or something like that.
Didn't they win the European Song Contest?
Yeah, they won.
Yes.
They won the Euro Song Competition, which was a big deal.
They love that shit.
With
over
Waterloo.
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
love it.
crazy.
It's like a
Poland,
big
every
deal.
country I've been to over there has like they stop things for this one show. It's
Yeah,
cool.
they love it. Yeah.
Wow.
So they won, and then the culture didn't appreciate. We looked at them as bubblegum music when we were doing real music or punk music or whatever they themselves. But anyway, the thing that was crazy about it is they never left Sweden, but they were making money, hand over fist, selling out all these stadiums and stuff. And for the upper tier of taxpayers in Sweden at the time, 85% tax rate.
Oh, wow.
Could you imagine that? 85% tax rate for the fucking workers? I mean, the people that were crushing it? 85, but like
fucking wild,
At what
man.
some point, you don't stop at 70%.
Yeah.
You just blow right on through to 85.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, dude,
You
going to
keep
the public,
15% in the government?
Yeah.
Now, the
Ooh.
difference between, I realized as they were going through Stockholm and everything, B-roll, the difference at least between Sweden and Stockholm and like LA's, at least you get something for your 85%.
Yeah,
Like shit was
yeah.
clean, orderly. It looked, the trains were running like that. It wasn't homeless guys fucking shitting in the street ever. Like at least Stockholm and Sweden was like, all right, we're taking all your money, but you'll get a good dentist for free.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
here, we'll take all your money, you get jacked, right? but at least they got some. But I was thinking like 85%. Now they're lower now. They came to their senses. But what I'm saying is, that's a big fucking ask.
Yeah, that's like, what's the point?
And
of
also,
even
it's like
trying to make money?
you have the greatest accountant in the world. He's got you down to 79%. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We pulled the line. We wrote off everything. this year. Yeah.
We made the Volvo a company car, and we got you at 79%. So let's celebrate. Like,
Yeah.
80 fucking 5. That's why all the bands, Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin shit, they all left England and stuff. Like when they got the tax rate just went, people just left. They're going like,
Yeah.
we're not going to fucking give you 3/4 of our money. We're leaving.
We're like their Texas,
Homes.com. Some might say Homes.com is the best home shopping site. It may be Homes.com's super comprehensive and transparent agent directory, or maybe it's that Homes.com is the only site that always directly connects you with the listing agent who knows the home the best. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's because Homes.com has the most in-depth neighborhood content of any home shopping site that's extensively researched to highlight the personality of each neighborhood. Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth info they need to find the right home. So if you love homes like I do, you go to Homes.com. That's Homes.com. We've done your homework. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Wow. Love these guys, man. You know the jingle. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and the parts and the knowledge to keep and maintain your car and repair your car. Cars are expensive now. Got to keep it going on the road. I love myself some O'Reilly. I'm a wrencher. I've always been a wrencher. Always worked on my own cars. I used to do it just for financial reasons. Now I do it for the love of the game. So whether you're a car aficionado or an auto novice, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, And best of all, they are friendly. So you can stop by the O'Reilly Auto Parts today, or you can visit us online at O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. ABBA once rejected a $1 billion offer to reunite, turning down British American Consortium's bid to come back. Oh, wow. They were married, they loved each other, and then they hated each other.
Oh, look at them.
They're all married together, like a quintuplet.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're originally from Salt Lake City.
That looks like very like Manson family.
Yeah.
Type of shit right there.
Yeah, the guys wrote the music, and the guys played the instruments, and the women sung, and they were great.
Oh, they definitely swapped spouses. You can tell.
I mean, it was the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're now doing like an Avatar ABBA.
Avatar
That's the new.
ABBA?
Oh, yeah.
That's
What's
the new
it?
world order.
What do you mean, Avatar ABBA?
Went through it with Kiss. I think I talked to Gene Simmons about this now. Like, here's the new world. Here's where we're living. Okay. We're living in a world where people want to see ABBA in concert for perpetuity. But the real ABBA's in their 70s, and they don't want to fucking tour anymore. Yeah. So we'll do an Avatar ABBA, and you can stay home in Stockholm and hammer checks because they're just clearing all the music and doing all the production, and it's now not even you anymore. You know, and then it kind of...
Well, you're going to hate my new idea about the animatronic Adam Carolla. I mean, we're going to put him in the Hall of Presidents.
We don't need me anymore. Yeah.
Just roll him out on stand-up shows. John Bobbitt.
What's up with the keys? Nothing? All right, let me shift to John Wayne Bobbitt.
Even the robots.
Even the robots
Why
vomit.
is the robot not planning shit out?
The robot needs punch-up for his key run. Oh, so they have the Avatar. They're doing it already.
So those are the robots right there?
Well, it kind of, all right, so now it kind of begs the question of, okay, you've seen ABBA, but you didn't really see ABBA, but you saw a flawless ABBA.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like, well, there's certain, there's celebrities I'd like to see a bootleg porn of, but it's not really them, but we can do one.
But
and
it
to me,
works.
I'm like, but that's not the same as the real Jennifer Aniston. You know what I mean?
I want today's Britney Spears dance around in my kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Like she does all the time
That's
now.
possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're holograms, I guess.
Oh, okay. Hologram.
Holograms.
So, yeah, I'm going to see... Well, I went and saw Grateful Dead a few weeks ago.
At the Sphere?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was awesome.
How high were... Oh, no, you're sober.
I know, I was sober.
Oh, my
Grateful
God.
Dead. It was pretty
Was
wild.
everybody wigging out?
Everyone was on acid
Sweet.
and just tripping balls. And I got to that point where I was kind of like... I tried to act fucked up so I could fit in.
Yeah,
And in my mind, I was like, I'm going to get something to
Were
eat
the
after
visuals
this.
insane?
The visuals were amazing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
They were awesome. Yeah, it was like being they went it was a lot of DMT type of stuff and hallucinogenic. type
Really?
of
So they know
imagery.
their audience.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Wow.
Older people. Yeah, some
Yeah.
younger people, a lot of older people. And John Mayer was the front man.
Oh, right.
So it wasn't like the original Grateful Dead, but it was I think there was a few members, a couple of dudes, but then John Mayer was singing everything.
yeah.
So, but it wasn't it wasn't like a hologram.
There are no more rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the Eagles there. I didn't want to because I hate the Eagles, but I saw the Eagles there. But I realized that is the least visual band in the world. And in terms of you go see the Grateful Dead or Fish or whatever, everyone's tripping. Eagles is they got the same place, but they're just showing a wagon wheel
I
and a
was wondering what
sunset.
they
I'm like,
showed.
we don't need the Eagles. So
Yeah.
I can picture what the desert looks like. You know what I mean? It was the Eagles are the straightest band. I don't mean they didn't do drugs, but I mean their music. I got a peaceful, singing about the desert and sunsets and wagon wheels and shit.
Winslow, Arizona.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see the Eagles, actually.
Yeah,
I liked a lot of the Eagles songs. I would have maybe rather seen the Eagles than the Grateful Dead. But I know that it wouldn't have been people aren't tripping balls at an Eagles concert.
Did you, I guess everyone, when you were a kid, did you fuck around with lyrics, making them blue and dirty and stuff?
Dude, yeah, I still do that.
So I don't know. Every song you bring up from the 70s, I got some weird thing that pops in my head.
Eagles one?
Standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, got such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, and I'm getting whored. That's what I would sing when I was fucking 9. It was like that's all I had.
I had one for Tom Petty, Free Fallin', because I'm blue balling.
Right. Yeah, that's all I
feel like as a kid, you're always like looking at different ways to change this to make it dirty.
Yeah,
so all the jerky boys and stuff.
Well, it was the predecessor to the dick jokes.
Yeah,
like it was a young dick joke mind working.
Yeah,
working
you needed
back
a layout, a blueprint first.
Yeah,
and the song was that.
Yeah, like I was just singing Billy Joel when they're like, oh, she's always a woman to me. Oh, she shaves hair off herself. That's all.
She's a maniac. Maniac.
I changed all we had was fucking up lyrics and turning them X-rated.
That's the best, though. That's fun, man. Some people make fun of that in comedy, but I'm like, yeah, that makes me laugh, dude.
Yeah, we're all like little Weird Owls.
Yeah.
All right. Other things to think about. Let's see. Oh, speaking of music, you guys don't understand this, but I cannot escape the song Maneater. I hate Maneater. Always hated Maneater. I can't believe it's following me to the grave, but I never stop. It gets pumped. It always pops up somewhere. And I'm like, I want to avoid Maneater, but I cannot avoid Maneater. It just shows up somewhere, wherever I am.
In your life, like it's just there.
I'll turn on the Sirius XM and put the 80s station on. It's like, boom, mid Maneater. It's just, it's the worst song ever. It won't go away. Fucking sucks. And it can't. I'm sitting here and I'm doing, I'm here over the weekend. I'm organizing back there, doing my chores. And I look at my phone. I'm looking at music on my phone. I don't know how to work my phone, but I hit the music button and it's like different stations. And at some point it goes Steely Dan station. Then I go, well, I love Steely Dan and I probably would vibe with whoever they pumped into you may know where this is going. But whoever, if it's Goodbye Steely Dan, it's Goodbye Me. And I hit it and, I hear a Steely Dan song and then, maybe I hear a John Hyatt song or a Grant Parker song or like somebody I like song. And then 3 songs in, fucking Maneater pops up. And I was like, okay, I never knew Donald Fagen and the folks from Steely Dan. They would never stop throwing up if they fucking found out
that was going on.
That basically, yes.
You do the same thing with that? Like, she's an ass eater.
That woman is wild. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever, I've always, she only comes out at night. Yeah, okay. I'll try to think of my... okay.
Yeah.
I remember.
I was trying to think of it
on the job site. Rebel Yell. Billy Idol.
Yeah.
It's like I turned it into the homo squeal. It's the homo squeal. He wants more. He's got ass appeal. He wants more. I just converted every song into something gay.
Homo squeal.
The Rebel Yell was the homo squeal. Yeah.
We got to record.
We didn't have stuff. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have video games or goggles or any fucking flat screens or anything.
Just putting bad words in regular songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the question is should you see the hologram of whomever? I mean, look, Kiss is done touring. Mm-hmm. Or they got one more song. They got one more venue or whatever. Kiss is done. My kids never saw Kiss. Should they be able to see Kiss? And are they going to even care?
Kiss is easy, though, too, because you could just get guys to dress up as them, Yeah,
but it's not them.
Think about The Who. The Who is on basically the 40th anniversary of their first farewell tour. They're doing their last farewell tour now.
Right.
Would you pay to go see The Who as holograms?
No, I would rather see a cover band than a holograms. You know what I'm saying?
You would.
Yeah, I like cover band. I'm cool with a good cover band. Like, there's a lot of people like like Soundgarden, Chris Cornell's dead, Stone Temple Pilots, Scott Weiland. I would rather see a cover band of those dudes with someone that sounds like them than I would, or like someone like what Grateful Dead is doing by getting John Mayer, like a legitimate person in there.
Yeah.
I would rather see that than see like a Scott Weiland hologram.
I feel the same way with you. I'm with you on the cover band because I feel the same about like fat hookers, like better blowjob, better blowjob.
Dude, you can hang out with a lead singer afterwards.
You want to be with the hot skinny chick, bad blowjob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The bands get tired. The actual bands get tired of their own hits, and so they start doing a reggae version of them. You go see Sting, and you hear a reggae version of Roxanne, and it's just the whole song is like a reggae song, and it's like, oh, he's bored. But the cover band to the T.
Oh my
they played
God,
it note for note. So if you want to hear the hit you like, you have a better chance of hearing it from the cover band because they got to go cruise ships and shit. They don't fuck around.
They
know
into
note,
it too.
Note for note.
It,
yeah,
man. They're like if a Pearl Jam cover band, that dude is Eddie Vedder. Like he's like climbing.
Right, and Eddie Vedder, real Eddie Vedder, is bored and fucking around with his own song that you don't appreciate because you want to hear Even Flow like record album version of it, right?
Yeah.
So you're right with the cover
band is the way that I would go.
All right. I'm going to keep going here.
His dick is made of concrete.
Do you guys feel, I've been seeing, I don't know if it's just me in my Twitter feed, but it's nothing but women fighting. It's all women, mostly black, but women just fucking throwing down.
High school fights too.
A lot of high school fights. But women fighting is up 271% from where it was 10 years ago. Like it's all women just fucking
great for the sport. Great for the sport.
But they are fighting nonstop. And then I'm starting to realize young men would roughhouse. All mammals roughhouse. Young bucks and young cubs and young bears and everything. Animals, males roughhouse. Because you roughhouse because you sort of test limits and also you have stop. We wrestled and you go, I'm serious. You're holding the kid in the headlock or like I'm hurt or whatever it is.
Yeah, you would stop. It's like, okay, I can take it that far.
We didn't really have a Geneva Convention. Like I remember when we were running around the Mulholland Club at night when we were in high school and we were all naked and it was at night. We broke in and my friend Tom at some point tried to put his foot like on a lounge chair and it went through the spaghetti lounge and he hit the ground and he rolled his ankle and he fell on the ground. And we were chasing him, we were trying to piss on him. And we stopped, and Tom was writhing on the ground like I broke my ankle. And we all kind of like looked at each other and went, and he was like, seriously, I broke my ankle. I'm seriously fucked up. And we're like, we got to pee on you anyway. We're just, rules are rules. We don't want word getting out. Yeah. Other people are going to think they can fake an injury. And we just pissed on him anyway. But most people would stop because it's a serious, now it's turned serious.
Yeah.
Women never learn the boundaries. They just fucking, and so now they're 35 and they're in the airport and they're just swinging like wildly on chicks. Like guys have a sense. If you do martial arts and shit like that, sports, like you learn what you can do, where the boundaries are, where the limits are. You do a lot of rolling, a lot of sparring.
It's funny. It's funny. Last summer, I taught like a group of Armenian girls, about 12, 13, to be jiu-jitsu machines in summertime. They just had a summer vacation to learn. I just took them through. They went from gangly whacking all around. It was a great commitment by me as a coach to like focus them in. And by the end, they all could snap somebody down, spin around their back, and choke them out with a rear naked choke.
God, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so it can be learned.
Well, and you think about it.
But it's not taught to women traditionally. So I realized they just get, someone says they're out of dipping sauce for your nuggets. And they just start charging forward like throwing fucking haymakers, which I would never do.
Dude, and also, I think, is this like the first generation kind of where it's like, this time in history, did women fight before this?
No.
Ever.
No.
In human history.
Different societies.
When women fight.
Definitely.
No.
Like in the 50s, they didn't fight. They weren't fighting in the 1800s or anything.
Yeah.
In the medieval times, they weren't fighting.
It's definitely more aggressive culture nowadays.
This is like women fighting now.
Yeah, I'm trying to another joke, which will get me to the dick jokes
Oh, yeah.
in a
Let's
second.
get to
It's
it.
another concept, which is women. I think we always knew women were fucking nuts because we did a lot of like, that's not very ladylike. You got to act like a little lady. That's not very ladylike.
Yeah.
Like we're constantly saying, this bitch is nuts. And if we leave them alone, they'll fucking start beating on each other. So we actually invented something called the corset. Like when you put it around, like, you can't fight in a corset because you can't get a breath of air. Like you're out of breath just walking to the front door.
You're right.
We took whalebone and like, mammy, cinch that shit up.
Contain them.
We put them in outfits that are you cannot fight in like these high heel boots laced all the way up in a corset. There's no fucking fight.
Put them in biscuit cans.
Right. Now they're all in sweatpants.
Oh, they're ready.
And fucking flip-flops, and they're just throwing down.
Yeah. You know, don't you love a women fight whenever so? Because women always get naked during the fight.
Yeah.
Somehow it happens, a titty pops out.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, okay, this fight just got. And there's always some dude trying to break them up.
Yeah.
But he's not really trying. He's like, oh, come on, go. But he's kind of like.
I've been a bouncer before, bud. You let him
yeah.
go. You let him work it
You
out.
just let
in the
him do their
bushes.
thing?
You let him work it out in the bushes. You don't want to
Yeah.
get scratched
Like
until
a
they
titty
wear
pops
themselves out and then yank them apart. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of women. I'm convinced that the hair extensions for the black chicks is just a breakaway tail, like a lizard. That's how they get away. Strategy. It's a strategy more than it is a look. It's more strategy than look.
That's evolution right there.
Fucking handful of braids, and now you're fucking
Wow.
loving
Then
her.
boom, like the iguana.
Yeah. Break
Pretty
away.
smart, man.
It's a good way to escape.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Where the hell? So women are fighting.
Women
right?
are fighting.
And they don't have boundaries, and we're going fucking nuts.
They'll take it to the
It's,
extreme.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's something about the airport that's bringing it out in them. I don't know, but
The airport and running out of things.
Running
like
out
you were
of
saying,
food.
Sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
Things like that, condiments, you know.
First things first, the person behind the counter, wherever you may be, whatever the fast food is, you don't need to bring any more pain to their life.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel
Like,
bad
they're
for
getting
those,
minimum
dude. Yeah.
wage. They're fucking working the overnight
Yeah.
at the Arby's. Like, do you need to fucking bring more pain or heartache to the mother three over here who's just fucking just grizzled and
Doing
just,
her best.
Yeah.
They're
Doing
just
her
they're
best.
trying to get by. They don't
Minimum
own the
wage.
fucking restaurant. Like you want. There's some white dude who owns 26 Arby's. Your beef is with him. Pardon the
Yeah.
pun. It's not the fucking mother behind the counter, the poor put upon lady.
No.
Getting minimum wage. You know, like.
But I also love when the fast food employee fights back.
Me too.
You ever
It's
see
the
those
best.
videos?
I love
when-
when a big black girl who
Yeah.
just puts her chin up and just 1, 2, 1,
Oh,
2.
boom! Because you don't,
yeah.
you feel like there's this like thing, like it's almost like they're like, oh no, they're police, like they can't do
You
this.
root for the
This
home
is-
team because you know that they're not in their uniform throwing punches unless something really went
Yeah.
wrong. They didn't jump over the counter at them. No.
No,
Yeah.
it's jumping over the counter is such a weird thing, man. Because I used to work fast food. That never happened to me. If someone jumped over the counter, dude, I wouldn't know what to fucking do, man.
Yeah, where you
It's
worked
just
at
one of those
Subway, that
things. Like,
whole
what are you
cage is in front of you.
doing?
Where's your work?
I worked at Dairy Queen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's mad at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, Dairy Queen's a happy place. no one's ever that pissed
That's how
off.
you got into stand-up.
Yeah, Dairy Queen. Yeah, I worked there for like 3 days. I got fired. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah, I was in high school. I didn't know what I was doing.
What,
And
were
then,
you doing? What
'Cause-
was the beef with you at Dairy
Well, my
Queen?
thing
What's
was
the rap? on
Here was what
Dustin?
it was. Okay, so I'm from Texas, and everyone who worked at the Dairy Queen, like in the back, was Mexican. And like I said before, I'm like half Mexican, but they were
Yeah.
like super Mexican. So they fucking did circles around me.
Oh, in the
there's
work
competing.
department.
There's
Yeah.
no competing, dude. They were kicking ass, and the owner could see, and he's like, "This isn't gonna work out, man."
Yeah.
Damn.
He just saw my last name, was like, oh, "Okay, I'm Mexican. Let's get him." Then he's like, "Ooh, I don't know."
Yeah. Yeah, the
gringo.
Mexicans can work.
Mexicans can work, dude.
And
Yeah.
especially sort of thankless, repetitive, meaningless jobs.
Fucking
They're
amazing,
good, man.
dude. Yeah, they're hardcore workers. So whenever you take one of those dudes and put him with a dude like me,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, bro, this, you're not keeping
Yeah,
up,
I mean,
man.
that's why they kick ass at all the cinder block work. Because, like, when you drive along the freeway and you see an endless row of 12-foot high cinder block, they're all 9 inches by 14 inches, all placed by hand.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, there's a dude's job. It's like, Well, you start on the 101 freeway in Calabasas, and you just fucking stack these blocks until we get to L.A., and every day you move 17 feet further, and those fucking guys can just sit there and do that.
God, imagine their core strength.
White people are like, I'll say to any white woman I've ever been with, I'll go like, maybe we should go out and get some Chinese food tonight. And they go, well, I had Chinese 3 days ago. Like, okay, no tolerance for any kind of disruption or anything. Like, all right, you ate fucking Mexican, they'll eat beans, tortilla, rice, beef, every meal for the rest of their life. It's the same mindset that says, I'm not going for Thai food because I went to Thai food 2 days ago. Yeah. That same brain that needs the food, you sit there. It would be torture for you just to stack that block.
Oh, my God.
Over and over, never ending. As far the earth starts curving, you're still stacking blocks, right? All Mexican.
Yeah.
Because white dudes start going out of their fucking mind.
3 generations. Just, my grandpa, he started back there, and now we're here to the 405.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. My grandfather died at the 101 405 exchange.
Now, a lot of my uncles will be very angry at you for saying that because I got masonry in my family, and they just stack bricks all day.
Masonry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exact. I know they do that.
It's donkey work. It's pointless, mindless.
No, it's for the kids. You're like, we got.
That's why they're home of the donkey. That's where they come from. The bottom. Yeah. So when you take that mind, you take that mind and you go, you're just going to stand behind this grill or this hot, griddle like I did at McDonald's. You're just going to endlessly stack burgers and hit the thing and sear the burger and then pull the burger. It's like endless. Just the same thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm going out of my mind, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a comedic genius, but I don't know it. You know what I mean? So
I shouldn't be doing this.
And I'm looking around going, why isn't everyone miserable? And they're like, we're working.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you're not. You're just doing. I sat in a ditch with these guys and dug ditches for 9 hours a day. And I was like, why aren't you going out of your mind? You're just sitting there for 9 hours digging a ditch. It's not like they had earbuds or anything.
No,
there's no
that,
YouTube. There's no nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a fucking radio.
No radio?
You gotta have a radio,
with no radio?
Well, every once in a while there'd be a radio, but it was never my radio. And whoever's radio it is in charge of the station.
Spanish music.
Yeah. I know. It's all fucking accordion.
It is.
Fucking shit. Yeah, right.
I don't even know when one song ends and the other starts. It's just all the same song.
We used to do on Loveline, me and Dr. Drew we'd play a game called Ranchero Accordion Countdown.
Yeah.
And I'd go, just pick a random ranchero song and let's see how fast an accordion kicks in. And he'd be like, 2.2 seconds. And I'd be like, I'm going below. I'm going, it kicks in at like 1.7. Like just ranchero, the fucking accordion, just right in at the top. And the guys can't fucking sing. And I was never my radio, so I had to listen.
You had to, you can't go change the station.
No, it's not your radio.
No.
You hope to get the white dudes. If you get the white dude,
then you get some
you get
classic
KLOS,
rock.
Yeah, you get classic rock.
Classic rock. When I was a locksmith, classic rock was always the thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was always, because I would want to listen to some alt rock or something. Like, get the fuck out of here, kid. And Leonard Skinner. That's why I still love all those bands. From just my locksmith days. I was like,
really?
Fucking Kansas. Yeah, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was working with like this Vietnam vet and just these older dudes. So I learned a lot about like.
And the locksmithing.
Yeah. Classic rock was just always playing, man. Classic rock is very
Could you talk to that guy and see if they could invent a lock where the key didn't slide all the way effortlessly, but then not work?
I wasn't a good
Talk to him
locksmith.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I got to tell you, religious rock and Christian rock or Christian music and religious music has come a long way.
It has
since
actually,
it was forced on me. I found myself not knowing I was listening to a Christian station the other day going, it sounds pretty good. That's come a long way. It used to, you were penalized. Like you knew you were listening to some religious band. And when I worked doing closet installations with all the Mexican born-again guys. We had to listen to Christian.
Well,
rock.
okay, if you had to, you're on a desert island, Christian rock or Spanish music?
Well, the Spanish music, it's so grating that you can't think. Like,
Yeah.
I know that's why that country has no Air Force. Like, you can't calculate shit. Like if somebody said to you, what's 3 times 7 with that fucking music playing?
that's hard, yeah.
Find a chord. I'm like 3 times 7 of fuck up. Shit, 29. God damn it, I can't think. No, because I'm telling you, Germany is home of classical music. Yeah. Thus, you get Porsche and Audi and BMW. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There ain't none of that in Mexico. Because no one can fucking think. No one can think.
Yeah.
Now, you put the classical music on, now I'm gonna design the Wankel engine. Yeah, or
Little
whatever.
did you know Einstein listened to Tejano. E equals MC squared. Selena in the background.
It's so fucking annoying. You can't do anything.
It's a tough kind of music.
All you can do is fuck and drink.
Yeah.
That's all you can do to that
Modelo,
music.
bro.
That's the problem. Someone's got to pump some classical in there, man. Get that nation back on its feet. Yeah, I was. I've told this story before, but it's been a minute. When I was working with the Born Agains, I was getting so burnt out on the Christian rock, but it was always their radio. And it's all you have. Like, I worked with a painter once. His name was Andy, and he was a Jehovah's Witness, and that's all we could do is listen to fucking Christian rock.
I was raised Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, you were?
Funny, yeah.
Oh, with Andy.
Yeah.
And it was just me and him in an office painting all fucking day,
Yeah.
listening to stupid Christian rock. So, like, I said to the guys, can we have a break here with the Christian rock? And they're like, well, we got to listen to it. We can't listen to your music. That's like the
Devil music.
devil
AC/DC.
music. Yeah, right.
Antichrist, devil cult. Yeah.
I said, it's not all. Some of it's just songs, nice songs, Why don't we just put it on the classic rock station for a minute and just see if we can enjoy ourselves? And they convened, like, what's the guy doing? I don't know. Will we go to hell if we just let him try put it on 97.1? So they're like, all right, try it out. So it was a perfect song. It was Bob Seger's Main Street, right?
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Dry bar
It
set.
came right on. And
Yeah,
I was like, it was dry bar clean. I was like, down on Main Street. Na, 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 na. I didn't know they were coached up at church, right? So I go, what's wrong with this? See, there's nothing wrong with this. Where there's little Bob Seger's talking about going down to Main Street.
Till you sung the dick lyrics.
And she's like, they're like, the song's about a guy picking up a prostitute.
Oh.
And I was like, no, it's just she's going down to Main Street and enjoying himself. It's like, unlike all the others, she was so young and sweet. And I was like, oh, he's out whoring. He's out whoring on Main Street. And then I was like, that was the end of the fucking classic rock for me.
Why did that song have to come on?
And how did they know the subtext of every lyric in that song? Because they studied it in their church.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
they
like-
probably played it backwards and everything.
Yeah,
They know what it is.
We're right back to the Christian rock station. I never said another word. I was defeated by Main Street. I was out of bullets. Select quote. Well, there's so many things in life we just never get around to. Taking up that hobby, learning that second language, cleaning the garage. The little things that end up making a huge difference in our lives. Yet there's one thing that most of us probably have been neglecting, and that has a huge impact on your family's future. It's life insurance. With Select Quote, getting coverage and the right policy, well, it's easier and it's more affordable than you probably thought. So if you have high blood pressure, no problem. If you have diabetes, that's fine too. Even if you have heart disease, Select Quote partners with carriers that can cover those conditions and others. Head to selectquote.com and a licensed insurance agent will call you right away with the right policy for your life, and your budget. It is Select Quote, right, Dawson?
Select Quote. They shop, you save. Get the right life insurance for you for less at selectquote.com/Carolla. Go to selectquote.com/Carolla today to get started. That's selectquote.com/Carolla.
Simply Safe. Well, you want to feel safe when you're at home. Times are tough out there. Traditional security systems only take action after someone has already broken in, and it could be too late by then. Simply Safe is setting the new standard in home security. Simply Safe, 2 eyes in there. Simply Safe's Active Guard outdoor protection can help prevent break-ins before they happen. With AI-powered cameras backed by live professional monitoring agents who monitor your property and detect suspicious activity, so they do it before they break in. Monitoring plans start affordably at around $1 a day. Just $1 a day for peace of mind. We all use Simply Safe. They've been sponsors for a million years, and the stuff is modular. You can add on to it. You can pick it up and move. It's not all hardwired. It is Simply Safe. Am I right, Dawson?
You can get 50% off your new Simply Safe system with professional monitoring and your first month free at simplysafe.com/Adam. Just head to simplysafe.com/Adam to claim your discount and make sure your home is safe this year. Keep your home, your family, and your peace of mind protected with Simply Safe. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I had a Metallica CD one time, and my grandma threw it away. My grandma, because it was like, it had a snake on it, but it was like, that's a serpent.
I know.
And you know who else is a serpent? Satan.
The devil.
The devil, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a serpent going up the cane in front of every medical building.
That's true, too.
So you should have hit
Not
back
all
with that.
Nah, I was a kid. I was like,
You didn't know the
fuck
cane.
you. I'm going to
Do
go to
no
Hot
harm.
Topic. Yeah.
You were a Jehovah's Witness?
I was really Jehovah's Witness.
For how long?
I probably like, so I started doing comedy. I kind of stopped going to church.
Bro, did you get excommunicated?
No,
Oh,
I
good.
didn't.
I would have thought you'd be a better employee as a Jehovah's Witness.
I don't know. I didn't. Jehovah's Witnesses are great employees, but I really wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. But I would knock on doors and stuff a lot.
you would?
Yeah. I would knock on doors. I
You
would
did
go-
the door knocking.
I would.
We would want to talk to you about Jehovah's Witness.
I didn't look like this back then. So,
Did you have
like,
the watchtower? What do you
I
share?
did. Yeah. You know, you're not gonna do it. Hey, you want to talk about God and stuff?
Wait, what was your script? Do you remember?
I can't remember. It was a lot like whatever's coming. Like, oh, hey, I notice this Easter's coming up. You know, it's a beautiful day. You know, Easter actually comes from a pagan holiday. You know, you wouldn't start out with that.
Oh, really?
But I'm trying to
Okay.
think of like what my pitch was, because I would always go out with someone else, and I was a little kid when I did this.
What was
too.
the batting average?
Oh, I was bad.
Slammed in the face?
No, yeah, a few people. Yes, a lot of slam doors. A lot of like, I think it actually made me kind of resilient, you know, because you get rejected so many times, and then you come to Hollywood and you get rejected more, and it's like, okay, well, good news. Every now and then you get one, you know?
Right. Yeah. No, it's good. Door to door, weird, right?
Yeah, it was door to door. Anything is like
Door-to-door
solar
everything.
panels is like, oh. What? The other day, someone knocked on my door and was like, "Hey, who's your wireless service?" And I'm like, "Whoa, dude, we still do this? Like, this is 2025."
I like the
bro.
pitch where they go, "We're in the neighborhood."
Oh yeah, we're just in the
We're
neighborhood.
just in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I wonder if it worked that way for like fucking your girlfriend, you know, or you just knocked on the door like, the house is over, banging my guma.
Yeah.
Anyway, is the lady of the house here?
Yeah, what's up? What do you think about solar energy, man?
I'm here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just there.
Yeah, they're just there. And the dude told me, he was like, "Oh, I'll come." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm busy, you know, I don't." And he's like, "Well, I'll come back later." And now I'm like, "Oh, fuck. Now I got to tell him that I don't want it." So I'm like, "You know what, man? I'm happy with my service." He's like, "Well, I can just come back anyway." And I'm like, "But why? Like, there's no reason to now."
I think the last time I got scammed was when the black kid came over and was selling me subscriptions to a magazine for his youth football league, you know, and I bought like 3 subscriptions and they're fucking
Never had, yeah.
He had no intention of
Yeah.
fulfilling that commitment to this donkey. I couldn't tell the young black guys with Pee-wee football.
You can't tell them no, dude. Yeah, that'll happen. And, like, kids will come up outside the mall and like, hey, this is to send our basketball team to the finals. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not gonna look like an asshole.
Yeah,
but I know the money's.
And by the way, you guys been deprived of basketball? I think you're doing just fine. Have you seen the playoffs? You're represented just fine. There's 2 guys from Croatia. Other than that, it's pretty much your.
You know what's crazy? I was in Vegas a few weeks ago, and these little, like, it was like 2 a.m, and like an 11 and a 12-year-old come up, and they try to sell me like Kit Kat bars.
Oh, let's got to Vegas,
bro. There's no parents in sight either, and like me and the other people are looking at each other like, this is weird, right? These kids are just out here selling like candy. Like, it's sad.
So when I was young, I used to go to Tijuana.
Yeah,
because Tijuana was like that island that Pinocchio went to, where he could have fun.
Yeah,
as a youth. You know what I mean?
The amazing soundtrack.
Yeah, the Tijuana was, you want to go to a strip bar, but you're only 16. Yeah. You want to drink, but you're only 16. You want to smoke a cigar and drink at a strip bar. Like, you do whatever you want. And we go there to do whatever we wanted. And the thing that was weird that you would notice is little kids selling chiclets up and down the street, just selling candy. Everyone was on foot, was all kids. I mean, you'd see a 5-year-old little girl, just chiclet, just walking up and down. And you went like, everyone's out on the street selling everything. And you're like, well, this is fucked up. It's third world nation over there. Now LA is just that.
Oh, bro.
LA just, everyone's just hit the street and they're just selling shit. Flowers, ghetto dogs, Tecate, whatever it was, tequila shots, whatever you need.
Dude, the fruit guys always gets me.
Yeah.
Man, when it's the dude like chopping up the fruit on the corner, it's like, man, I'm not going to buy fruit from this dude. Like, because you don't know. It's like, there's no like food person.
Inspector?
Yeah, there's no food inspector that's come by and you're seeing him pop them out of the cooler and shit.
Gotta trust his grimy hands.
Dude, although sometimes when I was back in the locksmith days, there was a lady who would come by in the morning with breakfast tacos and tamales, and we bought them out of her trunk, and it was the best fucking food.
There's been
there was best shit.
LA trunk food is awesome.
Oh, trunk food.
Trunk tamales,
trunk tamales.
Don't get the ambrosia salad, but
No.
try the tamales.
Try the
Nothing with mayonnaise.
Tamales a weird one because there's certain food like we've signed off on. Like if someone was selling shrimp cocktail from their trunk, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But somehow that bitch can sit in her apartment in Reseda and just make tamale after tamale and just come out and hand it out.
We trust her for some reason.
We trust the tamale.
Like you said, no food inspection, no sticker on the
But it's in the husk,
thing.
and she got an honest face.
I think about that, the husk. It's like,
I told Mike August once, I got an epic battle with Mike August. Flour tortilla versus corn tortilla, and I told him corn tortilla was much better than flour tortilla. You got to eat the corn; it's more authentic and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "I don't do corn. I don't like corn." And then I go, "How about a tamale? Fucking everyone loves a tamale. There's nothing better than tamale." He goes, "I don't do tamales. Too much work." I go, grabbing a husk and lifting it and having everything fall onto your plate, that's too big a calorie burner.
Tamales are the easiest,
He tried to do this 20-minute speech on how much work it was to eat. I go, listen, I've eaten 1,000 tamales. You grab the pointy end, you lift it up, and it fucking falls on the plate.
Bro,
it's done.
easiest.
It's like, I don't got that kind of time. I'm like, you got time to eat a tamale. That's not your argument. That's a shit argument.
That is a shit argument. I brought tamales from El Paso one time. I was like, I'm going to bring these because it's from this good place. I'm going to take these in my freezer, freeze them, and I finished them like on the plane. There was no plate, no utensils, just straight up ate them out of the husk, man. Yeah.
Yeah, mainline and tamales on a Southwest flight.
Spirit, bro.
Spirit?
Come on, man.
Come to think of it, I don't really think there's anything better than a tamale. Like, you can go lateral, but I don't know you're going to do better.
I love tamale. Did you know there's people out there who've never had a tamale?
Mike August has never had a tamale.
Well, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work.
Too much work.
His, pardon the pun, his plate is too full to ever eat a tamale. He's too busy. Too busy. By the way, I always want to say, Mike, who the fuck are you talking to? You talking to me? Like, I'm going to destroy this point in 20 seconds, right? Too much trouble to eat a tamale.
You know, though, sometimes it's hot. You can burn
I don't
yourself.
trust people who've never eaten a tamale.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. I talked to them. Northeast people.
Oh,
My
yeah.
fiance never had a tamale. I'm like, whoa.
Whoa.
The wedding is on.
Yeah. Keeper. Who's going to make tamales at Christmas time? Who's going to sell tamales when you get canceled?
Yeah, exactly.
Dropping
Could happen
N-bombs
any
up on
day.
stage. Someone's filming you. And now it's time to slide into tamale making mode.
Yep. Yeah, tamales are a lot to make too. You got to have a whole family. It can't just be one. You got to have an entire
If
Mexican
I made
family.
tamales, like I do think about this sometimes.
Oh, you
Like,
couldn't do it, Adam.
If I
don't think
did-
you
Takes
could.
all week.
If
Takes
I
all week.
did
lot.
make tamales, they'd be like, and someone's like, "How much is a tamale?" I'd be like, $1,300. Like what? I had to go to the fucking store. Then I had to get tamale mulch. Then I had to get corn mulch. Then I had to let it sit. Like it was a whole thing. I had to go online to figure out how to wrap the husk. Like I want at least. All right, $1,100 a tamale. Like because I'm going to break even. I'm a busy man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've made them one time, and I was like, God, I remember one time I was.
You
just,
made tamales?
bro? Yeah, because I thought it was a simple thing, and I was really stoned. I smoked a blunt, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry, and I like saw a tamale on TV, and I was like, I want to make tamales, and it's like, bro. It's like making tamales is like an all day, like 6-7 hour thing. And I was just
Were
there.
they beef or were they cheese?
They were
or?
pork. They were pork tamales. I made them. And I like, you got to steam them. And I steamed them and they came out like all soggy and shit. But I had already invested like $50 and like all this time. So I just ate my little tamale mush. It was
You're
so
telling me
disgusting.
Mike August was right?
At
Bro,
some point,
making tamales, that's some shit. That's, yeah.
the sad part of making anything was at a certain point when you give up on the shape. You're like, it's a bowl
Yes.
of tamale shit.
It's a bowl of
You get a
just-
spoon out.
Yeah, you
get
start
like a wooden
mushing it up.
spoon. Yeah, when you give up on the shape, whether it's pizza or tamales, you've
Oh, yeah.
lost. You've
Fuck
lost
it.
at that
Yeah.
point.
Tamale
right?
Yeah.
soup.
But at a
Yeah.
certain point, you come to you make the realization that all the shit, it's in the wrong shape, but it's all in the same place.
Yes, so it's the same
It's
shit.
the same.
Yeah,
It's gonna
just
hit
in a
my liver
different-
the same.
Exactly. But it was it was weird. It was just like this just mushy just bowl of just tamale fillings. Yeah,
You made gruel.
Yeah. But I didn't want to throw it away, so I'm like, all right, well,
I like that you were inspired.
Yeah, dude, I was really high. I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Everything. It's really like making your own dish when you make that move. I've done that.
It's a big thing, right?
First off, it'd be like you going, I'm going to save money and build my own car. I don't think you're going to save money. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cut out the middleman. I'm going to cut out GM. I'm going to build my own car. It's like, okay, $182 worth of tamale. You could have gone to the fucking corner for $8 and got 3 tamales.
Definitely, yeah.
Could have gone to fucking Kookaroo and bought a tamale, but you had to do it yourself.
Car comes out. I'm still gonna drive it.
17 hours later and $186 worth of tamale ingredients.
Dude,
You've
yeah.
lost, man.
I've never attempted it again. That was a one and done
He's out the
situation.
game.
Yeah.
Your lesson learned, though, right?
Definite lesson learned. Just order some because, yeah, you're not going to save money. Just go to the tamale lady. They're like $2.
Oh, we got metal detector video.
Oh, yeah. That's
right,
my
let's
new
get it
passion,
on.
man.
Is it your new passion?
It is. I've been doing it every day. Oh, when you were telling me about those houses.
Alone on the beach.
Alone on the beach.
Well,
dude.
let me ask you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Bigger loser alone guy. Like a lone guy. A lone guy you don't want to sit next to on a
Yeah.
cross-country flight and coach.
Okay.
Metal detector guy, alone on the beach or in the yard, the sand at the park or whatever.
Yeah.
That alone guy or recumbent bike alone guy. Guy rides the bike where he's sitting down.
Oh,
full
those
recline.
guys.
Guys are always alone. They're both always alone.
Yeah.
What alone guy is a bigger loser?
The guy on the bike. Well, yeah, the guy that. Well, I'm gonna say this because I'll metal detect, motherfucker.
No!
But,
Well, I have a recumbent bike.
oh
Yeah.
shit! Metal
So-
detector guy though also picks up trash. He's a service to
You could cut
society.
your foot on this.
Yeah, bro, I pick up nails all the time.
Really?
Rusty. Oh, bro, these beaches out here, dude. Especially like Venice, man. I'll find like hypodermic needles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It's like,
I've met recumbent bike guy at Starbucks, and he is peddling for a cause.
How about
He's training. I'm serious.
Is he really?
Yeah, the guy that I met was training for some kind of cancer
right.
pedal. So you can't be mad at
They
him.
are
recumbent bike guy, metal detector guy, or tries to make his own tamale guy? Who's the worst?
God, I'd like to see all three in an Avengers type of thing, man.
Eating a tamale on your recumbent bike with your metal detector. All right, let's see.
right.
What beach you at?
I was at Hermosa Beach right here.
All right,
Something
SoCal.
in the sand. Is there any way that I could borrow you, pay you to? It's my granddad's World War II dog tag.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
it fell off the chain on a volleyball.
I feel like I'm on a quest right now in a video game.
Some of us trying to dig through the sand. Shit's 82 years old, so actually on this chain.
Hold
Okay.
on,
We're
pause for
playing
a
volleyball.
second. I don't know gay slang, but what's going on here?
Okay, I'm about to go suck his dick.
Lifeguard Tower number 5.
Okay, so this is I live stream my metal detecting on TikTok. I go out there every day, and this day this dude just came up to me and was like, "Hey, I lost my grandpa's World War II dog tag. Can you help find it?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, this is pretty fun."
All
I
right.
got excited about it.
He's playing volleyball.
He's playing volleyball. Bunch of volleyballers out there in
All
Hermosa.
right,
You
let's
guys
see
in
it.
the Air Force?
Huh?
Nothing.
Here we go.
So actually on this chain.
Okay.
We were playing volleyball. It fell off.
No pressure is on.
Well, they know it's
That's me.
in the court. I like
you-
your hat.
Hey, that's Diggy Smalls, my metal detector.
How deep does it go?
It goes pretty deep, bro.
What could you get? Could you get a nail that was a foot deep?
Yeah.
You found it.
I found it, dude. You hear those cheers?
Yeah.
That hero applause?
Oh, you're hugging it out.
Yeah.
Grandpa came back stateside, turned out to be a serial pedophile, by the
Oh,
way.
my God.
You don't know the rest of the story?
Or he was a World War II vet, but on the other side.
Yeah, he was fighting for the Nazis.
Why is there a swastika on here, man?
He was part of the Hitler elite security. Wow. How
Dude,
much is that metal detector?
That one's like $650.
Wow.
I put some money in. I've got like 3 right now.
They're paying for themselves, though, finding other people's shit, right?
Pretty much. I find a bunch of rings, and rings are good right now too, because
really?
everyone in LA is on Ozempic, so they fucking slip off their fingers. So
Yeah.
you can just grab rings,
So
jewelry.
what's the most valuable thing you
The
found?
most valuable thing, a few weeks ago, I found a Tiffany's necklace. It was silver, and it's like worth. I googled it. It's worth a couple of grand.
Really?
Yeah, but you can find like crazier stuff too.
Is there
Like what
some sort of ethical duty if you find an keepsake
Okay.
or something to like put a sign or to put it out there?
I don't know. I'm not gonna put a sign, but here's what I'll do. If it's like super expensive, I'll put something on like Facebook neighborhood.
You will.
Yeah, just being like, hey, I found some jewelry. Let me know what it looks like. But then also the other day I found a Pandora bracelet, and it had the initials engraved on it. So I was like, I put that video up, and I was like, hey, help me find this person, and they never came through. But I did my part, you know.
What's it?
And I'm not
That's all
going.
you can do.
I'm not like going to a pawn shop or anything. Like just pawning. Like
You're
I
just collecting these
Yeah, I
things
keep
in an
everything.
armoire?
Yeah, in case shit hits the fan, if metal goes up,
Wheels come off the wagon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Girlfriend doesn't know how to make a tamale.
Oh, jeez.
And you bottom out,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So I'll go out there. Like every day.
Every day.
Every day. And different beaches have different things too.
For how? Oh, what do you got?
Like if you go to so Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, very conservative areas, richy areas, you find really good shit. But then you go to like Venice Beach,
A lot of cock rings.
a lot of cock rings.
Mostly cock rings.
Yeah. I'm like, I recognize this. Yeah.
Butt
A lot of butt plugs, an insane amount of butt plugs. Like I said, I found the heroin needles and stuff.
Oh, right.
Which is pretty wild. Like,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how many are out there. People like on the beach, like in there, like just barefoot. I'm always like, ooh, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not
really?
just the needles. You'll find like a ton of nails and staples and just really sharp shit there. But the liberal beaches are cool because if you don't find anything, the government will send you something. So that's that's for you, Adam.
I like it. Anyway, back to the John Wayne Bobbitt stuff.
Oh yeah.
ladies and
So
gentlemen.
anyway, the dick falls off. Yeah.
I was walking through the hills of Malibu yesterday, and as an ex-construction guy, I stop and pick up nails and drywall screws in the street all the time, and I chuck them. And whoever I'm walking with inevitably goes, "What are you doing? It's disgusting." I go, I ran over so many of these fucking things. I got so many flat tires back in the day that I'm not going to leave this like in the middle of the road, So I just chuck them like into the weeds. But I get there's a part, like a fiduciary duty part. Like you find a nail, you can't walk away from it. It has no value to you.
Sometimes I'll be like walking and I'll find like a big ass piece of trash and I have to pick it up just because like I'm also live streaming so people see it. I want to look like a good person. So I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
What's the biggest item that you found on this adventure?
Biggest metal item?
Yeah.
Probably like a boat hitch. The biggest one, on a jackhammer, that piece, the spike.
Yeah.
I found one of those. That was fucking huge.
Killed somebody.
I dug so deep.
Wow.
At first I was like, it's a Viking sword, but then I was like, I don't think
Is that the goal? Like some kind of artifact?
The goal is just like, first off, you're getting some steps. You're outside, nature.
Convening with nature. It's good.
You do look in better shape. I wouldn't have thought it was from.
No, I got a tan going. Yeah. Very. It just helps social media because I'm doing the whole like TikTok thing.
Oh, great!
And it's like a fun thing to do, because whenever you find some cool shit, it's always like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like you scoop it, because most of the time it's trash or something.
Yeah.
But then when you find a ring, it's like, this is really cool.
Do you have like a civvy scooper thing, like what Asians get deep fried shrimp out?
I do. Dude, in the beginning, I didn't have a professional one, so I had a spaghetti colander, and I would just be out there on the beach just sifting. But now I got all the good stuff now.
All right.
I got this metal detecting people found me online, these people that make scoops, CKG scoops, and they sent me a free scoop, and I was like, nice, guy.
What does it say about me that I got?
Imagine how disappointed it was. I'll tell you what. I'm picturing them at CJ Scoops going, we got a Hollywood celebrity taking care of stuff. Who's it, Ben Affleck? You think of a little Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt? Is it Brad Pitt?
It's Dustin Ybarra.
You ever see the movie Hop? Russell Brand? No,
it's just
sort
of.
Let's take it down.
That's right. Just manage expectations just a little bit. I didn't say big. I just said Hollywood celebrity.
See, I want to. You live in Malibu, right?
Well, I used to.
He did.
Oh shit! Ooh, sorry.
We're gonna need you out there, though, man.
That's what I'm wondering. Because when we were talking earlier, you're talking about the houses and they're finding ashes and stuff. I wonder if they need like a metal detector dude out there. To find their valuables and stuff.
Well, we'll talk. Wait.
Yeah.
Mayhem want to get something in. I was cutting him off, so go ahead.
Ba, 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 ba.
All right. I want to say a couple things.
Yeah.
I'm doing a vlog where I go down there and talk to the people and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And I think I mentioned when we're with Jay Moore that there's a guy who's going to get a cadaver dog and find his grandpa's ashes amongst the ashes with a cadaver dog, which is kind of nuts. Think about that dog.
Yeah.
But I was down there yesterday, and they got these. The whole thing I was freaked out about is they've cleared everything. No. Everything in front of me, they cleared on the coastline, on the water.
Yeah.
But I was like, half these houses are hanging off the side of a hill. How are they going to clean a side of a hill?
No.
And it's a side of a hill. Like, you can't even walk down. You couldn't traverse it without a rope and a harness and going down the side of this thing. Yeah. I was there yesterday. I think I got some tape of it. I took a little tape of it. They got long arm excavators right up to the edge of the road that go all the way down the property, 30 feet down, and pull the shit off. But they have these things, and you can see it in the tape.
Wow.
They have these things right up to the edge of the hill, and these things weigh tons, and they vibrate a lot and shit, and I'd be scared that the thing was going to roll down the hill. The cement is compromised because it was on fire, and like, you'd die if you just rolled in this big Caterpillar excavator down the side of the hill. They pull up right up to the edge, and some guy sits in that thing and cleans the side of this hill But I was driving down PCH, and the first beachfront waterside lot came up for sale. I'd never seen a for sale sign on a lot. And this is a 6,000 square foot lot. Now, the lot is 6,000 square feet, meaning 6,000 square foot is a small lot because there's many homes that are big. I lived in a house that was 7,300 square feet, meaning my last house I lived in wouldn't have fit on this lot. Would have been bigger than the lot. 63, I'll put it, it's sort of like everything's like 30 feet wide. It's nothing. These are miniature lots. This warehouse is 5,000 square feet. This 6,300 square foot. And it's just dirt. There's nothing there. They cleaned the fire off. They went $6 million.
Whoa.
Oh shit! So are you saying you want to go in on it with me and open
I'm
a
saying
tamale
if you can
factory?
pull up enough ingots and enough cougarons and enough doubloons, we're gonna be in good shape, bro.
All right,
We're gonna fucking pay someone to make us tamales. How about that?
That would be amazing.
We'll have a dedicated tamale maker.
I would love that. It's like how Snoop Dogg has the blunt.
Blunt roller. We'll travel with our tamale maker.
Yeah, just this old Mexican lady. That'd be awesome.
She'll get stopped at every airport because there's a 22-pound sack of cornmeal, and they'll be like, "What is this? Leave her alone." 3.5 ounces. That's the max.
Oh, I like that. And she's like super ugly, but we still make her wear lingerie while she makes them. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and we'll be like Marisol. That's her name. Marisol.
I like Marisol.
You got to check the cornmeal. How many times?
She's like, adios mio.
How many times do you have to tell you, check the cornmeal?
It's over 50 pounds.
You're not going to get you clear until
Come
you
on,
learn to
Marisol.
check the cornmeal, Marisol.
I have
I like
another bag.
Marisol.
Yeah. And then at some point I go, who's got the husk? That's my catchphrase, but I'm actually asking. You got the husk, Marisol? Marisol.
It's right here.
Oh, you got the husk?
I got it.
Okay, you don't need to check the husk. Keep that on you.
And turn that shit down, Marisol, please. Jesus.
I can't concentrate here.
It'd be worth it.
You guys have no rocket. You have no space program because of this.
I'm sorry, mister.
Yeah, her name is Marisol. She's a dedicated tamale maker.
Definitely.
We put it in the rider.
Yeah.
You know, like backstage at all the theaters we play and
Yeah,
stuff. We
she's
need
gotta be
tamale.
there.
We need like a hot plate.
I love it.
I'm
Yeah.
with
Crock
Mr.
pie.
Adam.
We need measuring cups.
A lot of masa.
Yeah.
But the masa's just in a pile. It looks like a huge pile of Coke. But
Right.
no, that's masa.
Yeah.
Our friends come over, try to do bumps. We're like, hey, come on. That's my masa, man.
No green chilies.
$6 million for a lot.
That's pretty crazy,
That's
man.
the size of a small lot. Smaller than the house you
Is
grew
it-
up
and
in.
that's like residential? Like they can't put up a business there? Or is it like a...
No business.
Oh,
No,
okay.
here's how. So if people go, and you can find it, I think, Andrew, I can't remember the realtor, but it was like, if you Google in PCH, lot for sale, and it's $6 million. So people go, let me tell you two poppers how rich people get rich.
Okay, let me know.
Not rolling with Armo 13-year-olds. Not finding homos or dad's dog tags. That's not how you get rich. You understand?
All right. Okay.
All right.
I made 73 cents the other day. But
Let me tell you how you get rich.
Okay.
You go, I'm going to buy this lot. They're asking $6 million. I'm getting it for 5.5, right? I'm going to get it for 5.5. I'm going to build a 2,000 square foot custom home on this lot. The 2,000 square foot home is going to cost me maybe $1,500 a square foot. All in, it's going to be $3 million to build the home. I'm in 5.5 on the thing. I'm at 8.5. I'm listing it for 12.5.
Wow.
That's how rich people make money.
Okay.
And at some point, they'll get 11.5 for it, and they'll pocket $3 million. And that's how rich guys roll.
Okay.
Now, we don't do that because we don't know a human being who can put a down payment on a $6 million
I got a
lot
question.
and then get a
Yeah.
loan, a construction loan, right? Yeah.
Can I borrow $6 million? And then I could just set up what you just said.
Yeah.
Sell it for $3 million.
And then can I borrow $3 million from you? Because I'll build the house on the property and we'll sell it to you
The house
for
never
$12
gets
million.
bought.
That's how they get rich.
That makes sense, yeah. People would always tell me that you got to buy real estate. And I'm like, hang on, I'll get to it eventually.
It takes 2 years to do it or whatever, but they got $4 million at the end of 2 years, and then they do 6 of these at once. All right, is that on? Did I make that up on Zillow or on whatever?
Redfin.
Are you looking for it? Yeah, it's PCH lot for sale, $6 million. It's it takes a second, but you'll see the lot. Like there's nothing. It's just sand.
Yeah.
Like it's so.
Do you ever see
crazy.
those like lots that are in Malibu? Not Malibu. What's north of Malibu? Like Topanga Canyon that are for sale and stuff. And they're kind of cheap. But I don't know why they're so cheap. Like I don't know if they can't have utilities there or something, or it's just in like a shitty area. But I've always looked at them and like, why aren't people buying these?
Well,
they're all in the woods and everything.
Yeah. Well, the thing about, are they on a hillside?
Probably because that's all
it
hill
cost
stuff there.
cost a lot to do the hillside. All right, now find the
look at
one
that.
that's $6 million.
Oh, I thought
If
you
you-
knocked the price down.
Oh man.
Well, this isn't the lot because this one's 2.9, so that's our indicator
that looks
that
like
it would not be this. But it's down for this because I looked at this one too. This one's in a less desirable part, but the answer will always be in the description part. The 6. That'll do.
That looked like a
All right.
great metal detecting beach.
I know.
Oh
right?
man, did you
I-
get a boner when you saw that
I'm
beach?
so hard right now.
There's gonna be so much shit in the sand in front of those burnt out houses now.
Dude, are you allowed to go to the beach there? Yeah.
I saw some people kind of walking around on the far end where it wasn't burnt out. So maybe
Be worth it.
maybe there's something there.
Hey, check it out.
There we
Look
go.
at this beauty.
5.5.
Oh wow.
All right. Now my one cost $6 million, so that's the one you'll see. But it's just this another one. The one's 5.5. Now where is this one? It's a miniature little lot. I mean, you can't put a swimming pool there. You couldn't have a basketball hoop or anything. Like there's barely enough room for anything. Where is this? Go to the top again. Let me just see where it's sitting. But you'll know it's the one I want because it'll be $6 million. This is one, it's a 7,400 square footer that's on PCH as well, but I don't know where this one is exactly. But anyway, the point is these lots are going to start popping up
For sale.
but it's going to be a miniature little lot. And I mean, a power move, they wouldn't let you do it, but a power move would go Mel Gibson and just park a big trailer right on
Oh
it.
yeah.
Buy it for $6 million, park your Windstream or
Gulfstream, yeah.
Gulfstream or
Dude,
Airstream.
why wouldn't they let you do that?
That's the one that costs $6 million.
Oh, look at that.
Wow. It's just a square that costs $6 million.
Pretty majestic square, though.
It's next to the ocean, but it's
is,
just
yeah.
a small square for $6 million. All right, we got news.
We do.
We do. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the news right after this.
Stream all the movies and shows you love for free on Pluto TV.
Say what now? Showtime.
That means drama is free with heart-wrenching stories from Love and Basketball, Power, and Greenleaf.
In this family, we live by the Spirit.
And laughter is free with gut-busting comedies like Key and Peele, The Neighborhood, Everybody Hates Chris, and Boomerang. Watch all the hits, all for free, from all your favorite devices.
Oh my God, I love it!
Feel the free Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Some people won't go to In-N-Out Burger, dude. That's crazy, man. Because they put a Bible verse on the bottom of their cup, dude. I love In-N-Out, though. They could put R. Kelly lyrics. I'd be like, hey, it's a good burger, man. They're like, you shouldn't eat there. The owner voted for Trump. I'm like, he could have voted for Hitler. Have you tried the animal fries?
Dustin Ybarra is on the Adam Carolla Show.
I do love it. I love when those people try I love when they try to get a boycott against like Chick-fil-A
it's the
and they
funniest
can't
shit.
do it. They can't do it.
And like just any restaurant, like I don't know where this food came. Like you'll be going to some place, it's like, well, you know, the owner, he actually hates gay marriage. I'm like, I don't care, dude.
Like a damn
I'm
good
just
chicken
hungry
sandwich.
right now. Yeah. I
Well,
think
look,
hate makes better food.
If
man.
you want to, yeah, it does. It makes
does,
better
right?
everything.
Yeah.
If you want to like, distill everything down about what Volkswagen did during World War II or Krupp's coffee makers, they made the ovens to put the Jews in. Like, all right, everyone's got a little history, Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, what do you got?
All right, we got some news. Donald Trump was gifted a $400 million jet from the Qatar royal family and now faces some backlash.
Here's the
Look
thing
at
about
that thing, man.
Here's the thing. The thing about luxury travel, you can't say no to it. You can't, like the flying, like remember they're getting all up in AOC and Bernie Sanders, like you guys are out there preaching this and you're flying private because nobody ever says no to private. Like once there's something, the siren song of the private flight and the private plane is that you'll never say. That's why, no judgment. Anyone who flew on Epstein's plane, I'm like, fuck that. I'd be right. I'd still be in that plane.
Yeah.
I'd be eating in that plane right now.
Southwest to Epstein Island.
Listen, I have hitched so many miles on so many private jets. It's the greatest.
Dude, I rode in one the first time 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was out to Vegas. Short flight, but it was really cool. Went to see the Grateful Dead.
Oh,
that was
right.
kind of the main reason I went, was because they were like, hey, we have an extra seat on this private plane. Do you want to go? And I'm
It's
like,
the same
I've
with
never been in one. I want to.
The private plane owner is the same thing with the guy who owns In-N-Out. Like, I'm sure he's a bad dude, but that fucking burger, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, the greatest.
Oh, it's the best, bro. You don't even have to go through security. You drive up to the plane and you get in. And I tried to act like it wasn't my first time. I was like, dude, like asking for permission. Do you need me to put my seatbelt on?
You squirted before you even got on board?
Oh, dude, on the way there, bro.
Well, normally the lithium batteries on the metal detector won't go through security, so Dustin is fucked, But this time, right on.
It is pretty cool, though, watching a metal detector go through another metal detector.
It's like a Russian doll.
Detectorception.
Mind blown.
Yeah. This is wild.
Who's detecting who, bro? The greatest. I was playing Atlantic City a million years ago, and the greatest phone call I ever got was from Jay Leno, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm in Atlantic City too." And I goes, "Oh, where are you?" Borgata. "Oh, I'm at the Borgata. Want to catch a ride on the way home with me?" I was like, "What's that mean?"
Oh, yes.
"I'm flying home that night." I'm like, "Flying home that night after the show from Atlantic City?" He's like, "Yeah, catch a ride." I was like, "Oh."
Nice.
It's the greatest.
Oh, my God. That would be
catch
cool.
a ride, fly.
Yeah.
I no judgment. You can't turn your back on a plane.
No,
Not a free one.
Well, Donald Trump isn't. I guess the $400 million Boeing 747-8, a.k.a. the world's biggest plane, could be Trump's new Air Force One for the rest of his term.
The royal family, like the money comes from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as a subject of the royal family, them handing out airplanes. Wouldn't you kind of go like, wait a minute?
Yeah,
The
what's
big
going
story
on
here is that accepting foreign gifts like that is legally questionable, and people are firing at him for that. Also, Eric Trump recently completed a golf club deal in the country worth $5.5 billion. So that's where all the hubbub's going on. They're like,
there's
what's
a little
going
something there.
Yeah, here's a little taste. Wet your beak there, pal.
And we're sitting here making tamales.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
Yeah.
God, imagine Mexico donated that plane. I don't think he would have accepted it.
Yeah.
If they donated
Or
it.
as they call it, the Iron Bird. But the chupacabra.
Yeah. Instead of like the oxygen mask, pinatas fall
Pinata falls out. I did fly Aero Mexico to like Mexico once, and I as we were taking off, we do the steep climb up. The unreinforced cockpit door just swung open. It started banging against the fucking shelf, and I was just watching this thing like a screen door in a tornado, just banging. And I'm like,
they have dice and rosaries.
And I was like, I was like, we're taking off from LAX. And they're like, yeah, but that plane is a piece of Mexico. It's a sovereign nation. And I'm like, oh, that's why the fucking door went flying open.
Oh, that's funny. And the flight guys with the lights, they just have Virgin Mary candles.
That's right. The Virgin Guadalupe. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I learned. All right, what else we got?
We also got wild cocaine conspiracy surrounds European leaders traveling for Ukraine talks as a frustrated Macron speaks out, calls it fake news.
Oh, really?
There's a fun one here.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a crazy thing. Macron sits down.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So
That's
a
a
little
thing.
bit of a swipe where he just low-key grabbed this little baggie off the... And Alex Jones kind of has stoked this conspiracy.
Now, Dustin, is that called a bindle to you people?
I don't know. It's a little baggie. Probably paid like $80 for it.
And the other
maybe.
guy gets the Coke spoon, right?
Exactly.
Do you know that's a Coke spoon?
That's what they're saying.
See, it looks like
Look
a
right there.
little Coke spoon.
Do we not? He could have been eating a tiny bowl of soup. We don't know.
It's
we can't
true,
jump to
but
conclusions.
why cover? If you're eating a small bowl of soup, why would you hide the spoon? When somebody showed up.
Look at that.
Now, look, here's the time we're living in now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were engaged and madly in love and you're about to get married and then all of a sudden you saw some bootleg porn of your girlfriend on the internet, we're now at the phase where she could claim that was AI.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've come into plausible deniability thing where you can blame AI.
Yeah.
Right? Now they tried to do the deep fake thing with Biden, but it didn't really work because we're just watching footage of him bumbling and stumbling around. But also, if this is AI, is it too subtle? Like, would it?
I think if it were AI, I think it's perfect because it is subtle. It's not like he went like, whoa.
So what is this? I mean, is it Coke? Is it speed? Is it heroin?
The way he moves, it does look like it's something nefarious. And his face afterwards, look at his
he's
face.
just embarrassed his Coke boogers were on that napkin right there.
Dude, one time I was walking and I dropped some cocaine in public. I just pulled over.
Scooped it back.
Yeah.
It's vitamin B12.
Did people see you drop cocaine?
I don't know. Probably. I don't care. I don't care.
Do you have a cocaine detector? You can find cocaine.
God,
like the mall?
I wish. I would make so much more money.
I know. Hey, my grandfather's a World War II vet and he lost his cocaine. I had a vial of cocaine I used to wear around my neck. Can you find it for me,
Just
bro?
pop up from the sand with white stuff. I got it.
So it's looking to me like they hide a spoon and a bindle of Coke.
It definitely looks like that. They say that was a coffee stir. I'm sorry to rain on everyone's parade.
And that was creamer.
Yeah. That was just like a paper towel that they cooked up as a conspiracy that was a bag of Coke.
Would you like that if your leaders were, if you knew they could blow?
If you're at war, I need you at function at high speed all the time,
Right.
like really accurate, but I don't need you getting like too talky,
Oh, yeah. The enemy can hear, like, dude, I've been working on the screenplay, man. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I got a concept for a reality show, bro. Shh.
The enemy's right there.
Well, look, they would give, first off, they would give like U-2 pilots that had to fly for 21 hours or something on spy planes. It'd give them speed,
Yeah.
But that's fine. That's part. You got to do your job.
Medicinal speed.
Yeah. They do that. I mean, there's an element to that. Yeah, he just looks like
It looks nefarious.
Yeah.
He looks guilty by hiding it.
He does
You know what
look guilty.
It's basically, it's like if your girl walks in the room and you take your phone and you shut it down real fast and shove it in your pocket, then she's going to, what are you doing with your phone? And you go, nothing. Well, it doesn't. I don't know that you're doing anything with your phone, but I walked in and saw you freak out with your phone. So
That's my favorite thing to do.
why is that nothing? You do it every time?
Oh, yeah. I'll be looking at nothing either, but I just want her to freak out.
Oh, well, I hope your marriage goes well.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's why. I didn't know. So they made the spy plane guys do speed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, war is about like war is kind of
about drugs.
It's about drugs.
It's about having a good time with your buddies, breaking some rules.
It's kind of like F1 in that they're trying to shave tents, they're just looking for a little advantage,
little edge.
in all different realms, So if they can keep their guys up a little longer or focus a little more, or whatever that thing is, so they'll not get a venereal disease, like stuff like that. It all makes sense. You know what I mean?
Stealing the enemy's catalytic converter.
That's right.
That will help.
I mean, it's like, the Vietnamese, they went and beat us with, punji sticks dipped in dew and stuff so people get infected and stuff like that. It's weird, just little stuff, old school, low tech.
Guerrilla tactics.
But it'll work. Yeah, the kamikaze pilots were given methamphetamine.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that would help. I don't know what would help, but I'll tell you what wouldn't do it for me. The kamikaze pilots, we're basically going to die. I mean, there wouldn't be... The success part is if they died on the deck of an aircraft carrier going 400 miles an hour, but they weren't coming back. You know what I mean? And they would always give them a little shot of ceremonial sake wine, before they got in the plane. I'd be like, give me the fucking bottle. I'm not doing an ounce of sake.
No, I don't want to sober up.
I got one shot of
Arizona.
warm white wine. I need the fucking bottle if you want me to do this.
Yeah, bust out the bag too, guys.
Yeah, get the bag and the bottle.
Call a guy. We're going on a kamikaze mission.
That's right. Yeah, they just do their sake shot.
I see that. Yeah, it is very honorable. It takes
They're honorable people. Yeah. All right. What else we got?
Next up, we got Amazon driver seen pooping and peeing at a Los Angeles home, at two different Los Angeles homes.
Is it a woman too?
Yeah, the first video.
Women are fighting. They're shitting in public more.
Yeah.
It's a different time.
Decorum is gone.
That's equality.
If they used a corset, they wouldn't be able to shit. Right?
Yeah.
Busted.
Close up.
All right. Let's see if we can break down the game film.
Okay.
All right.
I like this.
I've been thinking about this. As you know, I started. Now, is she taking a dump or is she taking a piss?
I believe this was a piss.
I hope that was a piss.
All right. Okay. Piss that's fair.
All right.
Piss is fair.
Why do we have to blur it? Come on.
Yeah.
We're all adults here.
Yeah.
YouTube algorithm will kick us off.
Okay.
It'll be a whole new different fetish.
Couple things.
Okay.
When you there's
Earlier
another
that day.
footage of her?
Yeah, she
she's
had a
a
bad day.
serial
Earlier
pisser.
that day, she just didn't have time. Amazon's pushing her a little
She
too
took a
hard,
duke
and
on
she
the
left
stairs?
a duty there. Yeah, at the bottom of this rich guy's.
It's got to be funny. 'cause
That's a duty?
That's a dump, bro. We
There's
blocked it out.
wow.
At some point, okay. The part of life I like is the realization part. She's not, she doesn't know what's going on or that the internet is caught up to her. And then at some point,
Oh, God.
her husband has to go when she comes in and goes, "You're all over the internet." And then she goes, "Is it for the 5K breast cancer charity walk we did last weekend?" No, this is different. This is you pissing and shitting everywhere.
Ooh.
First off, people who have nice homes in Los Angeles have fucking cameras at every corner. There's nothing that can go on that's not going to be filmed. So number one, get used to the concept of a Ring doorbell and security camera everywhere. Number one. This is on Amazon, and I will tell you why. I started walking around finding piss bottles everywhere. And I was like, what is going on with the piss bottle? Because a homeless guy just pisses in the ivy. What's he got the piss bottle for? And then everyone is in these trucks all day, pulling 12-hour shifts, drinking a big gulp, driving all around everyone's neighborhood. And in Los Angeles, no gas station will let you use their bathroom.
They won't.
You go in there.
I get it, but it's bullshit.
I
man.
gotta pee, and they're like, no, you cannot, no.
Yeah, but I'm getting gas.
No,
They're like,
that's not pump 7. No, it's not for you. No, it's not. Just pump 7.
Well, I'm just gonna shit here.
What is?
Yeah.
What is? No, you want Marlboro? They're steely, scary foreign guys who fucking hate
They
you.
say it's out of order. You know.
And
it's
by the
not
way,
out of
we're
order.
such animals that people. Last guy went in there just fucking trashed the place.
Exactly,
But
yeah,
there's nothing.
yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you and your ass. You're not using the bathroom. That's L.A.
Yeah.
So there is signs everywhere that says, bathroom for customers only. That's at the Starbucks. There is no bathrooms in L.A. because we've turned L.A. into fucking Sodom and Gomorrah. We're all fucking animals now. And there's so many homeless junkies wandering around everywhere that if I owned a business, I'd be like, no using the bathroom because we have too many fucking homeless guys in there shooting up or whatever, trashing the place.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing it. There is no bathroom. So you're driving a fucking van around with a big gulp between your legs for a 12-hour shift. Where are you pissing? Well, you're pissing in the iced tea bottle the Snapple bottle that you bought. Now you're driving around with a Snapple bottle of piss rolling around your fucking cap.
Why not pour it out though? You know what I'm saying?
This is the
that's
animal-
what I don't
this is the
understand.
animal part.
Why just throw the piss bottle instead of
Because
just pouring
they're
it out?
fucking, everyone's an animal. It's every man for themselves. It's a trickle-down, broken window approach to life, which is if I can't use the bathroom at the fucking gas station I just filled up in, then fuck y'all, and you piss in the Snapple bottle.
Yeah.
And you throw the Snapple bottle out.
Or shit on the person's stairs.
All right, here's the new world order.
Wow.
Trucks, we're going to have to enact something. Okay. They got rules. They got nothing but rules. Every truck that has more than 7,200 cubic feet of capacity or whatever drives neighborhoods, it's going to have a little latrine in it. Got like a weird little camping bathroom.
Yep.
Oh.
You're going to have to build it into the truck now.
That would be interesting.
Because these people, everybody is ordering something from Amazon. These trucks are all over.
Yeah.
They're hitting the streets 24/7. These guys are driving around. Ask me where the Amazon hub is. I don't know. I don't know. It's in Reseda. This guy's in Beverly Hills. He's not going back to the hub.
No.
He can't use the corner gas station or the Starbucks. Where are we going? We're pissing in a tea bottle and chucking it in the ivy.
And we got a shit bottleneck.
You can't shit in a bottle though. That's hard.
I mean, you could try.
Women can't use the bottle.
I think they can.
Have you?
I've seen some videos online, and I think they'd be able to pull that one off.
Oh, were you watching one? Were you watching one when your girlfriend walked in? Where's my metal detector? I was just leaving.
Wait, this is you. It's AI, I swear.
So, look, those big cube trucks
Yeah.
are going to need some little camping version of a latrine.
We talked about this. Home Depot bucket with a bag in it. A
Yeah.
Home Depot bucket with an industrial, not the regular trash bag that you put in your kitchen.
Double thick.
But the construction worker.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Amazon, this is on you. Because these delivery vans, there's no place in Los Angeles to use. Look, that's a chick. She would have preferred to walk into the corner store and go, may I use your bathroom? And they go, it's right there, and make a right. She would have loved to do that, but she can't because the homeless problem has banned everyone.
Yeah.
So she's pissing on the patio. The difference between her and I is I would have pissed on the patio, and then I would have found a hose and tried to hose it off or something. Or
I
would have done something.
I would have pissed away from houses, That's what I would have tried to do.
But she
Go
needed
go down
she
an
needed-
alley or
Dude,
something.
I think the plan action was awesome.
I pissed. That's what I love about New York, because you piss everywhere, especially you're partying and when you first get there. I was 21. It's up late. Nothing's open. Everyone pisses. The place smells like piss, but that you had something to do with it too.
Right.
It wasn't
At least
like
it rains in New York. In Hollywood, everyone pisses and it just sits.
it evaporates and it's
Now, look, we're going to need to sort of deal with reality on reality's terms, which is you got a homeless problem. Storekeepers are locking up their bathroom. You can't use them. We got tons of people walking around. We got van drivers, delivery drivers. We're going to have to work out a system that addresses this.
Okay, what about an ice cream truck but of shitting? Like it's a truck that goes to the neighborhoods and it's just toilets inside.
The Dookie wagon.
The
Chocolate
Dookie
truck.
wagon.
Chocolate truck?
Yes. Yeah. What can Brown do for you?
Yeah.
It's like a UPS thing. But then it plays like music and everyone knows like, oh, I gotta take a shit. Do I hear that?
Yeah.
I think that's the Dookie wagon coming. So then you go to the Dookie wagon, you do your thing, and then bam, solved. No shit in the streets. Instead, the Dookie wagon comes by and everyone hops on.
Well,
It's like the Soul Train.
Oh, does it keep going? Does everybody pedal it?
That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
like you're in Nashville.
Your shit is converted into energy that powers the Dookie wagon.
1.21 gigawatts.
anything but this, because it's just going to be more of this.
It is going to be a lot of.
There's going to be no one gets to use the bathroom anymore because we turned into such savages that we've eliminated the dignity of life. Like you can't. I love a beer in a bottle. I love a cold bottle of beer, but if you go to the Dodger game, it's in a styrofoam cup.
Yeah.
Because we cannot trust the populace with a glass item that they could throw onto the field.
Yeah.
So we did that to us. Like we're such fucking animals that we can't use the bathroom and we can't have a beer in a bottle. We can't. It's like LA's just turned into like a sanitarium where like take away the shoelaces, no metal forks. Someone's going to make a shank out of it and stab somebody. Like we have to have these retarded rules.
Yeah.
Like it's a sanitarium and we're all gone insane. But that's who we are.
Yeah. And that goes back to the beginning of the show. They're going to take away our dicks soon.
That's right.
We don't know what we've done with them. We're not responsible. They will take our dicks just like the toilets and just like the glass bottles.
You ever have more piss than a Snapple bottle can hold?
All the time. All the time, bro.
That's a good move.
The other day I was pissing in a big gulp cup, man.
Really?
And I remember just thinking, like, why didn't I spend the extra 25 cents and get the extra double big gulp? Because it's not a bottle. That's a cup. So now it's like swinging, and you're like, oh my God, what do I do?
Danger zone.
And then, a little gets on your hand.
Where were you
that?
that necessitated this?
I was at the beach.
I was going to say.
Metal detecting, bro.
Oh, yeah, you're out in the sand. You're nowhere near a toilet.
Bro, the other day I had to piss so bad, bro. And there was nothing around. And I had to go like so bad. So I started I look around and there are people there. But I'm like, I'm going to piss myself. So I started digging a hole, and I'm like, I bet you if I just lay down flat on my stomach and just lay there.
Let it dangle.
I piss in the hole. I can piss in the hole, right? So I'm getting ready to piss in the hole. And then this family shows up and I'm like, Jesus, I can't piss in front of this family. So I just I go back to my car and I find a fucking cup and
so you dug a hole.
I dug a hole.
And you're just going to go belly down.
That was my plan. If you picture someone on the beach now, laying flat on your belly. You don't know his dick is out, that he's pissing, right?
No, we don't.
Now picture the other side. He's on his back.
Well, we know his dick's out. Yeah, he's a fountain.
But could you take a shit in the hole without anyone knowing?
Just sit down with a towel around your shoulders?
Not squatting, laying down flat.
No, I don't think I could do it laying down flat.
Me neither, bud.
You don't think so?
Yeah. You need a little squat motion, to get things going.
I don't know, man. If you could just spread your legs like that and you're laying down.
I've trained myself like Cirque du Soleil.
But the piss hole's good.
The piss hole is pretty good.
Yeah.
Except for find out it was all over Grandpa's dog tags. The guy comes running in. What happened? Whoa, it's the desecration of his memory. He died in Normandy. And this is the way you treat him?
I'm so sorry I had to piss so bad, dude.
Could you found another spot?
No, there was no dookie wagon around.
We're going to have to address this. Like some politician's going to have to go, there's piss bottles everywhere.
Yeah, you know what's going to have a famous politician is going to have to step in shit or shit their pants publicly. And then they're going to be like,
now
we have a problem.
Now we have, someone's going to make a move.
Neighborhood shit wagon.
I'm telling you, coming full circle, flew private to Europe.
You flew private to Europe?
To Europe.
Wow.
Mike August was on that plane. Bathroom in the front, bathroom in the back. when we got to Europe and we're cleaning our junk out, I found a bottle.
No.
I found a bottle in the armrest in the holder on a $50 million plane. So big it had a front bathroom and a rear bathroom and a full bed in the back.
Wow.
And I looked at it and I was like, did Mike leave his Gatorade or something in there? And I sniffed it.
It smelled like Qatari Prince.
Oh my God, he pissed in a bottle on a private jet and then left in the armrest.
Why would you open
Because I knew it could. I my fucking spidey sense was tingling. You know, I was like, I don't remember Gatorade being served on this.
So dirty, so dark.
And I was like, oh my God, it's piss on a private jet with two bathrooms, front and back. And I was like, I was like, Mike, what the fuck? What are you doing? You're leaving a bottle of piss in here? He's like, well, the guy who got us the flight was asleep in the back. And the stewardess, who was hot, was asleep in front of the door. I don't want to wake her up. And it just shows, if she was a fat chick, he would have woke her up.
Oh, yeah.
But she was hot.
Just
You know, I didn't want to
pissed on
fucking
her.
wake her up.
Pissed on her.
I gotta take a shit, lady.
Yeah.
And then further in the back of the plane, we found a Home Depot bucket.
That's right.
With
With a bag in it. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Wow.
Gulfstream shit wagon.
Private charter to Europe is 20 to 40K per hour. Per flight hour.
Wow.
We flew for like 10 hours.
No.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
I know. And he might piss in a bottle. And all the history of private flight. Wow. I don't think anyone's ever pissed in a bottle.
That feels like it could be a first. I could see Trump on the new Air Force One. He doesn't want to get up from the desk.
That's like, it's like, remember in Crocodile Dundee when he checked into the Ritz-Carlton in Manhattan and they walked in and he was sleeping on the floor?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's who that guy is.
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the president, man.
Yeah, that's Mike August pissing in a bottle.
Yeah.
That's my boy from Louisiana. Just keeping it real, you know?
Yeah.
Are we out of stories?
I mean, we have one more interesting tidbit. That's a victim in a road rage shooting talks to his killer in court via AI.
This is wild. I saw this.
I didn't see this, yeah.
Here's the AI version, Forgiving the Shooter, scripted by Stacy.
It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
I love that AI. Thank you for that.
The state asked for 9.5 years.
Wait a second.
I would be so pissed if that happened to me.
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Stacy shot him?
No,
Who
that was
shot him?
his. Okay, so someone shot him. That was his sister wrote the script, I think, right?
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
then
Stacy
put it-
was the AI programmer? Well, that's what the screen says.
That dude didn't say that, basically. Like, that was AI, and someone wrote the script for him. And I think it was a member of the family. And then they played it in court. So,
but how's
that'd be fucking weird.
It'd be pretty weird. Well, here's the thing is that's to the killer. So that guy has to go to his life sentence thinking about the guy forgiving him. It's a very strange, from heaven it looked like.
But how?
They should have made it from heaven. Like,
Yeah, it should have been put a background.
Yeah, angels in the background.
Yeah.
But how does the family know he would have forgiven?
I don't know.
I know, that's the big question. Yeah.
So they're just screwing around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now we're getting back to the bindle of cocaine. Like, is
Yeah,
that even there?
I don't know, man.
So this,
I would have to.
somebody shot him in a road rage situation.
Yeah.
And we did we did roid rage and road rage. Like, we love alliteration.
We love
rage
is
We
great.
love rage,
Yeah.
and it's got to start
Road
with an
rage.
R. Right. So he got shot in a road rage situation. He apologized, but AI was fed that information.
Well, would you
Stacy
rather-
was the AI program that rendered the video.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have him berate the guy for all eternity on a loop?
Oh, that could work too. Hey,
Yeah.
fuck face, remember?
Every
You
day,
shot me.
stare him in the mirror. Yeah, remember you killed me?
You could have a little hologram like with the ABBA technology.
No,
you know?
stop. Yeah. All day.
Just, hey, you asshole.
Cryogenically frozen, just looking at holograms all day.
You're probably wondering why I'm dressed like Gene Simmons.
There's a mix-up.
Yeah. There's a little glitch. This worked out completely. But anyway, I forgive you.
Anyway, here's Dancing Queen.
Yeah. I don't know. Now, I want to see it again because that was interesting. The judge liked it?
Yeah, the
judge loved it.
I want to see the guy's face, you know what I mean, that did this road rage. All right.
It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, that is weird. So I guess no one has to really die anymore.
When
are we even alive?
That's crazy. When you kick the bucket, are you going to leave a little AI message for us all?
Yeah. I feel like there's going to be ample footage of me talking.
Oh, it's going to be great.
And people are going to know exactly what he thinks. And there's not going to be any fooling the public with me. Like, Adam has reconsidered his whole thought about left turn arrows. Like, oh, it's not the Adam I know.
People are so going to use your AI.
Yeah. It's going to be
They're going to play
awesome.
that clip in the future, and people are shitting in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the point where I don't think you ever have to go away if there's enough footage of you between AI and footage.
You got a lot of footage.
We're done. All right, let's bring it home. Did we bring it home?
Bring it home.
Bring it home. I'm going to be doing stand-up in Bellflower. That's May 24th, and then Tacoma, Washington, Tacoma Comedy Club. That'll be 30th through the 31st, or in 30th and the 31st. Dustin has shows. You can go to, should we go to weenietips.com?
Yeah, weenietips.com.
And where can we see you with your metal detector?
On my TikTok, just Dustin Ybarra.
Yeah.
Or Ybarra. You want to get all Marisol about it?
Marisol. Oh, man, I'm jonesing for her. I am jonesing for a tamale.
I'll bring you some tamale soup next time. Some mush.
Mike August is a real riddle.
Yeah.
Tamale's too much work for him, but pissing into a Sprite bottle at 40,000 feet, not work, according to Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
This is another day. It's the office.
So until next time, and for Dustin and Mayhem saying, mahalo.